Well, if any of you have ever wondered what it's like to be in 0.1 TWS, this is it. I've been in it in real life and had the crew walk along the foresail and push it out, but this is madness. Space madness. Actually, sea madness. I might start drinking the seawater soon. We're running out of provisions. Wow. Yeah. That's it, folks. Let me see if I can jump off the boat and have a look at this. That's anchored. Oh, the current's taking us 0.5, and the TWD has just moved around from coming from the northeast to now coming from the northwest. So this is the doldrums. Look at that. That is cool. The mast hysteria. We are going to be hysterical, that's for sure. A few hours later, probably about 5 or 6 hours later, and I swear this wind is just trolling us. Every time I turn, it just comes in front of us. If I went north, it would be to the north of us. It's incredible. Every boat that was behind us is probably going to pass us, except for Deja Vu, who is following us fairly closely. But Wigan guys, Nemo, who was behind us, has gone around us. These guys over here, Carl, Dingo, Peter, and there's Frank, and he was next to us about 2 days ago. I mean, obviously he went east, but it didn't look good at that time. Zyle is having hair pulling moments as well. He's been in the blue blob for as long as us. I mean, he still is stretching his lead a little bit on us as well. Zep has gone around. Hegemon has gone around. Andinox has gone around. Defenestrator has gone around. Night Swimmer has gone around. These guys have taken off towards the coast of Brazil. And these guys, who I thought were going to get completely hit by this type of stuff, are now heading towards the Cape. Yeah, I know that I'm being negative, but it's just funny. It's just really, really funny. Alright, we're going to be in this stuff for another 2 days. I can't see us ever making I can't see us ever making it. Oh God, let's just see what happens. Blue, 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 more blue, more blue, 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 blue. I need a drink. Okay, talk to you later. Well, this is a lucky surprise. Wake up the next morning and we've got
almost 7 knots of wind, and we're racing away at 8 knots. So instead of 200 days to get to our next waypoint, we are at 5 hours to our next waypoint, which is pretty good. A couple of days ago I said that I wasn't worried about the guys that were behind us, but they've all passed us. So obviously we picked the prime spot. We hit the jackpot, and basically our our planning didn't do so well. As much as I maneuvered the boat to get around it, we are looking not last, but everything to the east of us and everything to the west of us has caught us. So yeah, fairly surprising. I mean, I expected the west side boats to do pretty well, and they haven't. And I expected the ones that were behind us and to the east to not do well, and they've done okay. The Zyle has gone from almost first place into way middle of the pack, and hasn't done as well as I would have thought. I thought he would have got through, luckily. Zep has done very well, and let's just go over and have a quick look at where everybody else is. So we have these guys still tracking very far south, but if you take it on a south-west and look at the dimension, it's not as bad as I think, unless they keep on coming down. These guys here, wow, they are doing really, really well. So if they can get past this little bit here, they are into stronger winds, and it just depends on whether they can get boat speed all the way to Cape Town now. So with that said, I have work on a Saturday, so I won't be around much. So the boat's on auto, and hopefully I can come back at night and we're still in 8 knots of TWS. Well, it's great to be here and great to be back on almost day 13 of this race, because all of my worries that we would be endlessly stuck in the blue blob of hell have finally started to vanish. It looks like we've passed most of the danger zone of the doldrums, and hopefully if it doesn't move south again, we'll be moving it around about 8 knots now, which will get us through sunrise here in the Atlantic, 6:18 AM local, and while quite a few boats have passed us, there's still a lot of time to make up, and we have Nemo there. I don't know what's going on with my map at the moment. It's not giving me a mark in front of me, and Bingo, shout out to him, and I guess Zyle's down here. We have Deja up here, and I can't remember who this is. Steve Frank's over there. Yeah, this map is really annoying me. Anyway, it's nice that we are rolling in on 5 north with getting closer and closer to the equator finally, and I think that all of the, well, most of the bad stuff is behind us, I hope, and it's really now about the crew and I deciding on how we're going to get to Cape Town. Do we take, don't worry about this waypoint, it's just being placed there as a marker. Do we head on down towards the Brazilian coast and come around? Do we take a middle approach? Do we cut back across and come down? Or do we take another option through here? It's something that the guys and I are going to discuss in the coming hours. At the moment, we're just trying to make sure that we get through and past the doldrums, and then the second half of this race can really get underway. It really does look like the coastal huggers have done some excellent work. It will be interesting though, because when we do come over to Windy here, there's a little bit in front, let's move it back. You'll notice that most of the way down there are going to be into a headwind. And where we are positioned here, we have the option of a beam reaching down quite a long way, I hope. But then do we go even further south and hopefully get some good winds across the Cape? To the Cape, this changes from time to time, and you know, you only have to look at Windy to see that. Or do we take a middle approach and hedge our bets, hope that these guys out west here, who are looking very, very strong, won't be able to get as much speed as I think they might. What I've been saying not on the forum, but I guess in game, is that because these boats don't really have the downwind speed of the polars of the Pogo 50, they are a little bit hamstrung in that way. Will they be able to make up the time? It's a very tight call. For my money, I would probably, at this stage, if I just drew out a quick map, I would like to go something like that, and then across. But you know, there are, if we look at the map as it goes across, oh sorry, I'm on ECM anyway, let's change over to GFS. You can see that there is this little point of instability that moves around, and you also have these very strong winds that come in, and if you're lucky you get one, and if you're unlucky you could be going in the wrong direction. So we will see what happens. These guys here look like they're in the box seat. These guys are going to have, I think, a hard time, but if they are on board and you know, do a lot of tacking down here, and long tacking, I would imagine, they might have a chance. It's going to be a very interesting next 2 weeks to see what happens. With that said, let's wrap up this little video.
I can't see us ever making I can't see us ever making it.